Hello, everybody, and welcome into the VolReport post-game recap. Final score tonight, Tennessee 63, Akron 6, inside a sold-out Neyland Stadium. Jake Nichols here with you. I was on the field tonight for VolReport along with Tennessee football beat writer Noah Taylor. A big win, as I said, tonight for Tennessee as the Vols get set for an even bigger matchup, obviously, next week with a top 20 Florida team coming to town.
Yeah, I think tonight they did just about everything you'd want to see them do. The scariest moment Akron gave them was obviously when Cedric Tillman went down. That'll be kind of something to keep an eye on this week. I think Coach Heupel talked about in there. Seems optimistic that he'll return. Jabari Small also went out in that game. Seems optimistic about both those guys, but other than that, they had the Jimmy Callaway situation, which was kind of a blight on that performance. But overall, Tennessee just did what they were supposed to do a week before SEC play, and I think that offense was about as explosive as it's been since Heupel's been here. Yeah,
racked up 676 yards of total offense. Just an insane performance there, and Jalen Hyatt coming up big, showing off that speed for 3 scores as well. He was fantastic tonight.
Yeah, that's a guy who, last year had a lot of high expectations after what he did as a freshman. Didn't kind of meet those last year, kind of got lost behind guys like Velus Jones, Javonte Payton, obviously Cedric Tillman, but man, he's totally like a different player. The coaches said that all offseason, and it's really shown up. I mean, that's been more than just talk. He's definitely followed through with it.
Right, and it was actually 2 scores for Hyatt, although he had mentioned earlier today he kind of called his shot, in that first game, but then told his dad that he thought he could get 2, and he ended up getting it. But anyway, a big performance from him tonight, as Noah mentioned. Some questions surrounding Cedric Tillman this week. I'm sure he'll keep you updated on that and what's going on there for the Vols. I would say most prolific wide receiver, but not tonight. Also on the defensive side, Tennessee doing well, holding Akron to just 2 field goals on the night. Granted, this isn't a team that necessarily lights up the scoreboard, but still, I'm sure good to see for Tim Banks' group.
Yeah, absolutely. They and I wrote it there in our gamer, it kind of started where they left off last week against Pitt, played really well, got pressure on the quarterback against Pittsburgh, came out, did the same thing tonight. Akron's got a pretty good quarterback. They were able to move the ball downfield, but like you said, held in 2 field goals. One of their best chances to score, they end up forcing the turnover there. So, another really solid performance for them. Almost got the pick as well there at the end or in the second half. So, just good way for them to follow up from the way they played last week.
Right, and then Chase McGrath as well did well on field goals, and then Paxton Brooks, obviously, no issues on special teams. Granted, to be fair to those guys, you never really talk about anyway unless something does go wrong.
Right.
So, but anyway, like I said, a big 63-6 win for Tennessee this week over Akron, setting the table for what should be a fantastic matchup next week whenever Florida comes to town. I heard students yelling at players, talking about Florida coming in next week, and I couldn't make out what Gerald Mincy, former Florida offensive lineman, said. But it should be quite a hectic atmosphere, and we will have you covered this week leading into that matchup and all next week as well. So again, for Noah Taylor, I'm Jake Nichols, and again, your final score, Tennessee 63, Akron 6. We'll see y'all next week.